Hey, everybody. Today's episode's going to be a little different. I really don't have some perfectly organized inspirational speech planned out today. And honestly, just talking from a very raw and real place. Because right now, my family is going through something scary with my dad's health. And emotionally, I've been struggling. And while this episode may start with my experience with my dad, I really want this to be for anybody going through something difficult with somebody they love. Maybe you're dealing with a sick parent, a child, a spouse, a sibling, a best friend, maybe even a beloved pet. Pain is pain. Fear is fear. Love is love. When somebody we care about is hurting or their future feels uncertain, it can completely shake our world. So if you're listening to this right now and you've just been carrying anxiety, grief, fear, exhaustion, or just emotional heaviness, I want this episode to feel like a safe place. No judgment, no pretending, no good vibes only, just real human emotion. Because I think a lot more people are struggling quietly than we realize. Excuse me. Um, One thing I realized is how strange it is that life keeps moving, even when your world feels internally frozen. Like somehow the dishes still need to be done, kids still need dinner, emails still come through, people still expect responses, sun still rises. But internally, you feel like your nervous system is just screaming. And I think one of the hardest parts is having someone sick or going through a medical scare that is the uncertainty, the waiting, not knowing. Honestly, I think the human brain struggles more with uncertainty than almost anything else. Because at least with certainty, even painful certainty, your brain can even eventually process it. But uncertainty, uncertainty keeps your body in this weird state of hypervigilance. You start to overanalyze every phone call, every symptom, every text message, every doctor update, every delay. You wake up in the middle of the night and immediately your brain starts racing. And if you're anything like me, your thoughts can get really dark sometimes. Not because you want them to, not because you're negative, and not because you're weak, but because your brain is trying to prepare for danger before it actually happens. I think a lot of people secretly deal with intrusive, fearful thoughts when somebody they love is sick. And nobody talks about it because they feel guilty. Like somehow thinking scary thoughts mean you're manifesting something bad. But thoughts are not reality, and fear is not failure. It's just a part of loving deeply. And honestly, loving people is terrifying sometimes. Because the deeper the love, the deeper the fear of losing them. That's just the truth. I've also realized how isolating this kind of fear can feel. Because even when people care about you, they can't fully sit inside your brain and feel what you're feeling. And sometimes you just don't know how to explain it. It's like the invisible emotional weight sitting on your chest all day. You're trying to function normally while your nervous system feels like it's preparing for impact at any second. And then there's guilt. Oh my goodness, the guilt. Guilt for not doing enough. Um, Guilt for feeling overwhelmed. Frustrated. Guilt for needing a break. Guilt for trying to laugh or enjoy a moment while somebody you love is suffering. And if you're a caregiver or emotionally sensitive person, you probably absorb everyone else's emotions too. You want to fix everything, protect everybody, save everybody. But the reality, is sometimes we can't fix it. And that feeling is heartbreaking. I think one of the hardest lessons in life is realizing how little we control, We actually have. We actually can love people deeply, um, show up for them, advocate for them, pray for them, support them. But we cannot control every outcome. And for people like me who like to problem solve and take action, that helpless feeling can almost feel unbearable, especially when it's somebody you love more than life itself. But lately, I've also been thinking a lot about how health scares affect the entire family system. One person gets sick, and suddenly every nervous system changes. Everybody's nervous system changes. People stop sleeping, they stop eating normal, people become emotionally reactive, everybody starts carrying stress different. Some people shut down emotionally, some people obsessively research, some stay busy constantly, some people become angry, some cry, and some pretend everything's fine. There's no perfect way to handle fear, and I really want people listening to understand that. There's no correct emotional response. You're not failing because you're emotional. You're not weak because you're anxious. You're not dramatic because you're scared. You're human. And honestly, I think we've created this weird culture where everybody feels pressure to appear okay, all the time. But life, I mean, real life is messy. Sometimes people are holding themselves together with duct tape, caffeine, and survival mode. Huh, sounds familiar to me. And you never even know it from the outside. I think that's why conversations like this matter because when people hear honestly, they stop feeling so alone. I know for me personally, when I hear somebody openly admit they're scared or overwhelmed or they struggle, I immediately feel less isolated. It reminds me that being human is hard for all of us, sometimes, or maybe all the time. And maybe that's the whole point of connection, not pretending we have it all figured out, but reminding each other we're not alone figuring it out. I also want to say this because I know somebody listening probably needs to hear it. Please take care of yourself too. And I know that sounds cliche. I know everybody says that, but seriously, stress and chronic fear absolutely affect the body. Your body keeps the score of emotional overload. You stop eating properly, you stop sleeping properly or deeply, your muscles tighten, your jaw clenches, your stomach feels sick, your nervous system stays activated constantly after a while. You almost forget what calm feels like. So if you're currently carrying fear for someone you love, please remember that your body matters too. So drink water, get fresh air, cry when you need to cry, talk to somebody safe, and pray if you pray. Or I'm sorry, pray if prayer helps you. Take breaks from Googling medical stuff. Let people help you and rest without guilt. You do not have to earn rest and you do not have to carry every emotional burden alone. I think another thing people don't talk about enough is anticipation grief. That feeling where your brain almost starts grieving before anything even happens because you're scared of what could happen. And that feeling is real and it's heavy. And honestly, it can make you feel emotionally exhausted, even if you're technically holding it together. I think many people silently live in survival mode for months or even years while supporting somebody they love. And from the outside, nobody fully realizes how much emotional energy it takes. So if that's you right now, I just want to say, I see you. I really do. And even if we're strangers, I genuinely hope things get lighter for you. I hope healing happens and I hope peace finds you. I hope your nervous system gets moments of rest. I hope your loved one feels comfort. I hope you remember that you're allowed to feel everything you're feeling because suppressing emotions does not make you stronger. Being honest about them does. And honestly, I think vulnerability is one of the bravest things a human being can do, especially in a world where everything feels like pressure to look polished all the time. Sometimes strength is just waking up and counting forward while your heart feels heavy, or strength is crying and still showing up, or admitting, I'm not okay right now. And maybe somebody listening today needed permission to say that out loud too. So, wherever you are right now, if you're in a hospital room, driving in your car, laying awake at night, sitting beside somebody you love, or silently carrying fear no one knows about, I just want you to know this. You're not alone. Your feelings are valid. Your fear is understandable. Your love matters. And even during the really dark moments, human connection still matters. Thank you for sitting with me today and allowing me to be honest. I think sometimes healing begins the moment we stop pretending. And if this episode helped you feel even 1% less alone, I'm really grateful we shared this space together. Take care of yourselves and hug your people a little tighter tonight. Thank you guys so much for listening to Life and Bullshit. And if anything in this episode connected with you, if you're going through something hard, carrying fear, grief, anxiety, or just need somebody to relate to, please sorry. Please feel free to reach out um, to me via email, jschwartz051@gmail.com. That's JSCHWARTZ051 at gmail.com. Um, Disclaimer, I may not have all the answers, but sometimes just knowing someone else understands can make the world feel a little less heavy. And remember, guys, you got this.